Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Hi,
BeerThralls
James.
presents the Beer Protocol. I'm James. I'm drinking Rogue Energy, our official sponsors. If you'd like to have your energy in powdered form without all the jitters from normal caffeine, Rogue Energy.
It is actually really good.
It's actually
I
really good.
actually, I wish I had their hydration instead of what I'm drinking. Sorry, I'm skipping over because I'm already talking. I'm Matt. I'm drinking Gatorade, which isn't as good as Rogue Energy hydration.
This is Jake. I am drinking Power Vodka, aka known as water.
It's virgin vodka.
Hey, look at all of us being responsible after drinking. Okay, clink.
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 We're gonna talk about Golden Boy.
Oh, so speaking about Steve Rogers, hey, did you know he has 4 physical, 4 energy, and 3 mystic defense
I did
with
now.
3 health, 4 threat, size 2, and medium movement? He also has a builder called Stars and Stripes, which is range 3, 5 dice. After its standard power gain, damage equals power gained, and he has a wild and a shield. Sorry, the symbol's a little blurry for something called Flurry. After this attack resolve, this character may make a Stars and Stripes attack. This attack cannot generate additional Flurry. So he's got Rapid Fire and Melee. Awesome. Which is a lot harder to get. He's also
Mhm.
got a spender called I Don't Like Bullies. Range 2, 7 dice, 3 power. On a wild, he has a throw for characters size 3 or less. And on a wild and hit, he's got Language. After the attack is resolved, the character gains stun and slow. He
Or
also
target.
has target. Well,
Well,
yes,
we've had some models who give themselves stats conditions and
that,
penalties,
that's fair. The
like Rico.
target character gains those things. He also has on your left for 2 power. If this character is not holding an objective token, it makes a medium move. This super power can only be used once per turn. He also has a reaction called I've knocked out turrets over 200 times for 3 power. While this character is attacking during the modified dice step of the attack, it may use this superpower. This character may reroll any number of attack dice. This superpower may be used only once per turn. He also has reaction Vibranium Shield for 2 energy. When this character is targeted by a physical or energy attack, it may use this superpower. Add 2 dice to this character's defense roll against that attack. And the only thing really different I see between the two sides is he drops by 1 health.
Okay, so
I don't like him.
I pulled up original Captain America Steve Rogers for comparison on my end, so I could just be like, how are these different? How do I make an intelligent comparison? So my play experience with original Captain America was very much a I am hard to kill. From the starter set, the original Captain was probably one of the hardest models to actually down. Between Vibranium Shield giving him easy access to more defense dice, as well as his injured side having blanks automatically, and the long range of his shield toss meant he could just turret up. One of the reasons Iron Man felt kind of underwhelming is because Captain America did almost everything Iron Man did for
But
one more
better.
threat while also having bodyguard and other options. Um, this Rogers is absolutely not that. For starters, he has no shield toss. He hasn't figured that out yet.
He's actually also not the
Um,
leader.
he's also not a leader,
Mhm.
which would have been interesting for Shield, but Shield has a pretty good leader as is, so we're not going to be too upset.
Yeah, he's just
Um,
Soldier Steve right now.
and I think that's exactly where this mindset is. This Captain America is much more aggressive. Like this is a damage piece. This is a Cap who wants to charge down the table, clobber the crap out of a tyrant, and just rely on his innate 443 stat line and vibranium shield if necessary to just tank his way through stuff. But so he has some of the durability, but his offensive output is tuned up a lot higher.
Yeah, okay, so his offensive output though, just looking at it, like cool, yeah. His builder is good, but two symbols to get a flurry.
Well, can I
Um,
point something out though?
sure.
Range 3. Original Cap's melee attacks were only 2. Range 3 is not irrelevant at all, especially with Flurry.
He's got stretchy arms.
True,
Well,
but
well,
the part I
like,
don't like is one of the symbols you need has nothing to do with attacking.
Yeah.
mhm. However, it's just as likely to come up as the wild or any other symbol. It's like if they had
It's
chosen a symbol that only has one pip on the die, which shield is. I don't know. It basically just means you're not gonna benefit from going for rerolls for it.
he kind of feels like a character who he wants to be in the thick of things. He wants to get in there and attack, and he wants to do all this other great stuff. That's why he's got like on your left. He can move an extra medium movement, um, just because he's got 2 extra energy. But then he's gonna be taking like he's gonna hit something, build up that power, and just sit on it, waiting for somebody to do vibranium shield. Like,
So
eh.
I feel like you're kind of miss. Oh, for first of all, I don't like bullies is incredible. That's a
Oh,
great spender.
oh God, yes.
Like
I'm not going to downplay that one.
after the run of Hydra, original Human Torch, and Howling Commandos, it's kind of weird. Like this is a relatively super straightforward model. There's no fancy gimmicks or bells and whistles. It's just like, hi, I'm Steve. I have a shield. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Because even if Flurry is hard to trigger, it's also because it's Flurry on a 5 dice attack.
But still, I
That
mean, we've seen things that are like multiple shot. Well, okay, it
rapid
does have
fire
a
is
builder
only
off of damage
outdoor.
dealt, which is good. Um,
Like also all of this on a model that has a non-action move. Like it's I it's not fancy looking, but I secretly suspect that Steve Rogers Captain America is a beat stick because he can, if he starts with 2 power and he's not holding an objective, he gets a medium move, and then he can stars and stripes, potentially get the flurry, use his second action to stars and stripes again, potentially get the flurry again. It's not super likely, but that's 4 5 dice attacks with a medium move. And while it's not super likely, it's also not super unlikely. Like it's maybe
Yeah,
like a 33% chance off the
is
top of
it
my head.
is it just
It's
me
not
being
impressive looking or sounding, but I'm
yeah?
pretty sure it's effective.
Is it me just being tired that I'm just looking at this character and being like, eh?
I think in Shield, yes, he's fantastic, and I do appreciate the straightforwardness of him because I understand it. I don't have to think about it. I'm terrible at thinking and planning on these things, and it's just straightforward. It's just I'm looking at him being 4 threat. There's so many other 4 threat models that do this just as well, but give me more.
Like remember, Medusa was 4 threat, and remember how people lost their minds because Medusa's hair bash, her builder got had multiple
Flurry.
attacks built into it.
I actually like Medusa better because you could move through her, but like,
But that's also the reason Medusa was nerfed was because hair bash was doing so many attacks at long range,
oh, at
Yeah.
long range, yes.
and range 3 is not nothing for stars and stripes. Like,
Oh no. It's just like I said, he's in that sweet spot of 4 threat. That there's a lot of 4 threat,
yep.
and while
Um,
he's really sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, no, I was gonna say I don't like bullies is also just genuinely very good. Um, size 3 or less throws means I think Kingpin is excluded.
Yeah.
Kingpin size.
Wolverine's excluded.
No, he's size 3.
Nope, he's size 4 for throwing. Antimantium skeleton.
It adds +1 to his size. He's base 2.
Uh,
Oh, I thought he was 3.
I'm pretty sure Wolverine's base 2. Remember, he's tiny. He's Canadian.
I mean, still. Uh, okay then. Does he have any cards that come with him?
Weirdly, no.
I
Uh,
mean,
not technically for him per se. He does have over the top, which we talked about with the Howling Commandos.
yeah. I mean, other than the fact that you're gonna run forward, sometimes using 2 power just to make a media move, and just hit people. Eh. Like,
I
would you use Vibranium Shield?
If I
yeah,
have power and they're attacking me, yeah.
I think the thing for me that's throwing him off, for me being like, this is great, and I know I just don't ever have to use this reactive power, and I'm just being, cynical, I guess, at this point, but I've knocked out tyrants over 200 times, being 3 power.
Yeah, I'm not really impressed with it. Like
I
that, I
mean,
agree
eh.
that is kind of a dud.
Well, I mean, okay. If you got the power, you're doing stars and stripes. You roll like 3 blinks. Um, you've
I
already got
will.
the wild. You can re-roll it again, see if you can get the shield. I mean,
It does say reroll any number, so it's not all or nothing.
yeah,
Yeah,
So it gives you very selective rerolls. I feel like where you might see a good use for it is like you said, stars and stripes. If it's like your third stars and stripes this turn, and you've built up power, and you want to keep the momentum going. Like I don't necessarily know if I'm like I got to remember to save 3 for knocked out tyrants on my
yeah.
next cap activation.
No,
It's
never,
gonna be
never just do the save. I'm gonna save 3 for it.
I pummeled someone real hard. Now I have 3 power. Sweet. I'm gonna really make sure this next blow lands. Or if it's like the last hit to daze or knock out someone really critical, and I have the power, I will probably spend for it and just be like, I actually really do need this to go off.
but I just don't see him very often having that much power.
Yeah, he's
I
gonna have that power, especially off of stars and stripes, and then he gets hit once, and he's gonna end up having like at least 3 power. Um,
But I,
I think he'll again. It's very dice based, depending on how he rolls. But I think he could wind up with a lot of power. However, once you hit that surplus of 3, I'm looking at I don't like bullies, and
yeah,
so I can start tossing people off points.
I figured it out. Okay,
He's cracked the
this
code.
this is why I feel so underwhelmed. Okay, we have been reviewing so many characters that is like, and I'm gonna use Lord of the Rings. Like, okay, a thrush has to be like hitting a rock against this rock on Durin's Day. This beam of light has to hit this to get the key open. He's a door that, that doesn't even have a lock. You just walk over and open it, and it just feels like underwhelming. You're like, okay, it's just he's a door, sure. Like
It's like we
that's
figured it out. We're
that's
pretty
right.
sure we know how to use them.
He's just so simple. Like, yeah, you're gonna run forward, you're gonna hit shit, and you're gonna use on your left to get there. You're gonna hit more. Like, eh, okay, cool.
Oh, did they push me off a point on my next
Oh,
turn? I'll
oh,
on your left to go
oh,
right back and be like,
yeah.
"You're still getting attacked twice, nerd."
Oh no, you pushed me off the point. That's terrible. Did you do that by doing damage to me? Cool. I did 1 point of damage to me. I got a power, and now I'm getting a power on my turn on your left. Like, I can't.
yeah,
I can't like be like, okay, we got some major tactics going on. You're gonna place them here. You're gonna do this. You're gonna run up the middle of the board, and you're gonna smack something in the face really fucking hard.
I mean, on your left, how is it different from charge? You don't get an
You don't
attack,
get an
but
attack.
odds are you're gonna attack when you're done with it.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
okay, so a medium move, a move, a move, a medium move, and you're already in somebody's face. Just do stars and stripes twice. Because yeah, cool. Thanks for watching.
we
yeah.
America.
You
America
know what, James? I think you're right. He's just so straightforward, so simple, such a perfectly straight arrow
feels like a letdown.
character that we've spent how many weeks going over. All right, let's figure this out. Let's puzzle
Like,
him out for 20
what is
minutes,
what
and we
is
got it in
Strucker's
30
optimal
seconds.
play?
All right, okay. Strucker is like 2 inches away from Red Skull, but he's got to be like 4 inches away exactly from this character, and then Zemo's got to be kind of close to him, but not close enough. And now we got Steve
Well,
Rogers run forward,
while
beat
the
something.
Hydra players figure all that out, you hear softly in the distance the Star Spangled Man
It's
start growing in volume as he just lunges from over a wall
it
and shield punches Red Skull
it's
in the face.
it's like the Monty
Yeah,
Python thing with the 2 guards sitting there, and Lancelot just keeps running and running and running, and so he's just there.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
there we
uh,
go. Final thoughts?
uh,
Is he worth 4 threat?
Yes.
yeah.
I think it's the flurry on a 5 threat builder
Yeah.
is like almost alone makes him 4 threat because
And
that's just a good ability.
god dang it, you could just like hit somebody, like, oh, I'm in melee with somebody at range 3, cool, I hit somebody. I do flurry. I spend my 2 that I've got, I do on your left, I move to the next person, just do it to them too.
Mm-hmm. You may not even need to do that. It's range 3.
It's range
Like 3's
3.
enough to cover a whole point. He just
Yeah.
drops in and is like, cool. Bum, 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 bum. Also, hilarious. Flurry for Stars and Stripes does not say you have to target the same model.
Yeah, you're right.
Are there 3 small dudes on a point? Brr, 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 brr.
All
Here
right,
comes Cap.
ladies and gentlemen, if you want, you're like, okay, here's the complicated thing. This is the most complicated thing I came up with in my brain. You're going to move. You're going to on your left. You're going to move. You're going to spend some power to drop the Nick Fury and his Howling Commandos on the table next to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, holy
oh,
crap. I just noticed it doesn't force you like rapid fire does to target the original target.
Yeah.
So you could knock someone out, trigger the flurry, and just go right into someone else. That's crazy good.
All right.
yeah, he's
Thanks.
a perfect straightforward. I'll probably get him because he's splashable. If I need just straightforward, buck up the board and go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Sorry.
We're sorry you all got a good model.
Oh, God. If you're playing Shield, you're going to run them. Sure. All right. Bye.
I mean, bye.
Bye.